Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another daily video. Today is going to be a weird one. I'm already really sorry about that one. E- Let us just dive in. There were a couple of other stories that I wanted to talk about. The first one is having a project killed is a brutal experience. Prince of Persia creator reacts to Sense of Time remake cancellation. I wanted to talk about that one for a short amount of time, but we can do that later while we're playing the original Sands of Time here on stream. The other thing is thousands of players return to Overwatch. This is also something that I wanted to talk about, and we agree that she can be even better. Overwatch director responds after voice actor and fans say changes are needed to new character Unrun. Unrun? I don't know. I'm sorry. So, we're going to stick with Activision Blizzard here for a moment. This is going to be a really difficult topic, and again, I'm already really sorry about this. It took me a while to find everything because somehow I haven't heard anyone talk about this. Also, I'm frequenting some of these pages for news, like Kotaku, but I rarely speak about them, but because usually their articles are bullcrap. And yeah, let's start with this. We're mainly are going to talk about Bobby Kotick. You know, the former CEO of Activision Blizzard. The poor guy, the poor guy. Please quit photoshopping horns onto Bobby Kotick. It's bad for his dating life. Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby. I'm sorry. I don't think I will do that. This photograph is also not mine. I just found them while Googling Bobby Kotick horns. And yeah, these pictures could be real life because let's just move on. We have this article here again by Forbes, Activision's unlikely hero. Yeah, these articles aged like fine milk, as I have a lot to show you. Because our dearly beloved ex CEO of Activision Blizzard is in the black book of, yeah, well, Jeffrey Epstein. Here he is, Kotick Bobby, with the email at Activision.com. And you know, the people who have jerky means human meat in the Epstein emails. And yeah, I have other pages where you can already see the URL. Bobby Kotick in the Epstein files, not exactly a surprising development, but the page is not there anymore. The article is gone. As far as I know, this is the only one that has been missing. Every other article I have seen is still there. But they haven't been on the front pages. The articles are there, but they were not basically visible. This is the YouTube unlisted category, basically. The videos are there, but only if you have the link. So, Bobby Kotick, I don't like the man. That is not a big secret. The contempt that I have for him is unrivaled in the video game industry. Maybe Yves Gilmore is up there, but no, Bobby Kotick is still the number one. If he seeks sympathy, he can find it in the dictionary or the encyclopedia with in between shit and syphilis. Because that's what he is. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick knew for years about the SM allegations at Video Game Giant. Then we have something that I also love to talk about, the $70 billion shell game, how Activision's patent protected fraud manipulates every Call of Duty match, and not only Call of Duty, also Overwatch. This is something I just glance real quick over this, where the matchmaking is set up with you look at an in-game item. Let's just say Overwatch, my favorite hero. I'm sorry, my brain is fried. Hero Reinhardt. You know, the German big guy, the tanks, because I love them and I just like playing German guys in video games. Not every video game before someone takes this out of context. So, there is an armor, a skin in the game that I want, but I don't want to spend money on it. The game checks how long are you looking at the skin, and over the next matches it will match you with people who play this hero as well and have the skin equipped. So that the incentive is there that you will buy this skin. Or that at least you will spend money until you have this skin. And it will tweak the game so that you will have to spend at least a certain amount of money until you get that skin. Malicious. But yeah, moving on. Then also we have this tax watch. Activision Blizzard has dodged taxes on billions. And then we have this. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick threatens to have his former assistant killed, according to a bombshell new investigation. Yeah, this is also a thing, and also there was someone who self-terminated herself because of him in the company. And then we have the Call of Duty microtransaction search followed Jeffrey Epstein advice to CEO Bobby Kotick. And I already hate that I have to sully my PC, that I have to sully my hard drive with pictures of this guy. But moving on. Also, we have this one here. By the way, the Saudi government sold the Kabas covering to Jeffrey Epstein. It has been revealed that pieces of the Kabas covering were purchased by Jeffrey Epstein to be used as carpets in his home. Yeah, that's also a thing. And wait, where is the other article? One is missing where Bobby Kotick is also... his mom basically had an interview where she talks about how he as a child sold her ashtray for $3 to a play date, and that he didn't stop there. We don't know what else he sold, but yeah, there are a lot of things to unpack with this guy. But then again, these people are vile and despicable beasts. They are not people anymore. They are beasts. And in the Witcher universe, you know what would happen with them. We would send the White Wolf after them, basically. But then again, let's continue. Oh God. I'm getting a headache again. This is migraine territory already. Then we have here ex-Activision boss Bobby Kotick allegedly emailed with Jeffrey Epstein a bunch. I love how they try to do allegedly. This is not allegedly. We know that the emails are there. Ethan Gash, or however you pronounce your last name, I'm really sorry if that was wrong. Government files reveal the two planning for multiple meetups. In 2015, Gorka published an article titled, "Here is the billionaire Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book." It included a link to a redacted copy of Epstein's alleged address book listing contact info for a range of famous, wealthy and powerful people. It is not alleged, man. They are in the book and we have the emails. One of them was then Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick, who ran the publisher behind industry-defining hits like Call of Duty and World of Warcraft. The latest trove of Epstein files released by the Justice Department last week shows more than a dozen emails allegedly exchanged between the two men. I hate this word here. I'm never going to use it again in this article. Several emails dating from November 2012 show Epstein trying to set up a dinner with Kotick while the latter was visiting New York. Epstein had asked the gaming executive if he'd be willing to come a day early when the actor and director Woody Allen would be available, but one of the emails shows Kotick writing back to say that wasn't possible. Epstein's itinerary for that month listed a dinner with Bobby Kotick on November 18th, 2012. Bobby Kotick came over last night. He's great. And yes, these typos are not by Ethan. These typos are by Jeffrey and Bobby and all the other people in these emails. They can't write for shit. Epstein wrote to the Next Model Management co-founder Faith Cates on November 19th, 2012. Cates unexpectedly retired last month after her name surfaced in a previously reported batch of Epstein emails. Weird that Ethan is not using the word alleged here. Yeah, weird, isn't it? A representative for Epstein proceeded to send information about his private island in the Caribbean, Little St. James, to Kotick on November 21st, 2012, and a follow-up exchange on December 9th, 2012, Epstein asked Kotick how the Caribbean was. Kotick wrote back, "Great, wished would could have stopped by the island." God damn it, man. Learn to write. Emails between the two were exchanged multiple times in 2013 as well. As February 24th, 2013, email stated that Epstein was in LA planning a visit to SpaceX that week and was trying to link up with Kotick while in town. "Thanks, but rather see you," Epstein wrote in one email. See how there is no alleged here? Because he forgot to add it, probably. Taking girls after to Bel Air, Kotick at one point wrote back, "Come with your friends to my house at Beverly Hills, 10 minutes. Tess from Bel Air?" I don't know what this means. Equals Tess? I don't know. Several emails also show Epstein trying to arrange a tour of Activision. The company did not respond to a request for comment. Oh boy, I do wonder why. Epstein again tried to arrange a meeting with Kotick at the end of April 2013. "Great, see you then, I will bring 3 or 4. 3 or 4 what? We know what, but still. Also, I understand that Brian Grazer, like me, searches for smart, interesting people. Do you know him?" Epstein emailed Kotick on April 29th, 2013. "Yes, I do." Kotick wrote back. A follow-up email from Kotick was sent later that day. "Can we meet at 6? I'm running late." Oh god, there is still so much to unpack here. The two exchanged more emails the following day. "Great house, great art. I am in New York 1 to 6 if you have time when you come." Epstein wrote to Kotick on April 30th, 2012. "Thanks, great guests." Kotick wrote back. The email accounts corresponded multiple times in the days after that. "My Russian guest missed your arrival yesterday." Epstein wrote to Kotick in a May 7th, 2012 email, "And I missed her. I'll see you both next trip." Yeah. Kotick wrote back on May 8th, 2012. So, I'm sorry, but this is migraine territory already. Each of these emails is dated after Epstein's 28 felony convictions in Florida, where he pled guilty to state charges of soliciting and procuring a person under 18 for prostitution. He went on to serve a 13-month jail sentence and was added to the National Sex Offender Registry, for which an account belonging to him has later banned from Xbox Live in December 2013. You know, there are a lot of funny things around that. Oh yeah, he played Call of Duty, he played World of Warcraft. Now we know why he was banned on Xbox and yada yada. There are a lot of things that are kind of funny, that he played gacha games and so on. But then again, there is a lot still to unpack. We are almost through with this article, and I'm sorry what will come after this one. Maxwell was Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2022 for what the Justice Department described as her role in a scheme to exploit and abuse multiple minor girls with Jeffrey Epstein over the course of a decade. It was probably more than a decade, but we don't know yet. Kotick left Activision Blizzard in December 2023 after the company was acquired by Microsoft, by the other guy who was, friends with Jeffrey, Bill Gates, the one who asked Jeffrey for the pills for the STDs he got from the Russian girls, and he tried to slip to his wife. And a record $70 billion acquisition following a lengthy regulatory process. During that period, Activision Blizzard faced multiple conducts lawsuit which were settled with no admission of any wrongdoing. I do wonder why. You can see all the connections here. Why did Microsoft spend so much money on Activision Blizzard here? We know why now, because they were all in cahoots with each other. I don't know this, I haven't found any proof of this, but the writing is on the wall. No court or any independent investigation is substantially any allegations, god damn it, I'm sorry, that there has been a systemic or widespread harassment at Activision Blizzard. We know that there is. That Activision Blizzard senior executives ignored, condoned, or tolerated a culture of systemic harassment, retaliation, or discrimination, or that Activision Blizzard's board of directors, including its chief executive officer, Robert Kotick, acted improperly with regards to the handling of any instances of workplace misconduct, read a statement included in one of the court-approved settlements, which we know is bullhonky. Absolutely bullcrap. We know that this is absolutely wrong. We have multiple accounts and proof, but this would just explode the frame of this video. So, moving on. We have this email from Pablos Holman. I forgot who that one is. Wait, Pablos Holman. Was he... he's a futurist. Okay, I forgot who that one is. Doesn't matter. To Jeffrey Epstein in 2013. On May 1st, 2013, Jeffrey wrote, "I'm meeting with Joel Klein on Monday. Any edutainment games that you like already out there. Play Medal of Honor or Call of Duty and you will learn war history. Here's what I've been thinking. Video games are already great at teaching. If they don't assess your level and put an appropriate challenge right in front of you, the game fails. Challenge too hard and you get frustrated and quit playing. Too easy and the game is no fun. That is exactly what a good teacher or tutor would do. Fundamentally, the thing that works is a one-to-one student-teacher ratio. Even if you have a shitty teacher or tutor, you will learn a lot because that person gets to know you and challenges you at your level. That doesn't scale, but computers do. So we have to use computers to replace teachers, or at least augment them. I will already... I'm sorry. Again, I do these videos with no to basically no edits, as I want to do this. You can already see how they use words that they everyday use with certain and specific vocabulary translates also into their writing because they feel that this is a safe space. They don't have to censor themselves. They don't have to watch how they write things. So today's video games don't try to teach stuff we care about. Well, except for shooting bad guys. I wonder what you mean by that. The best scheme I've come up with so far is to use X Prize or something like it to co-opt the existing video game industry. Give out a prize to the game that comes up with the best way of teaching kids anything from a normal school curriculum. Let them pick whatever they want to teach, any grade level, and just incorporate it into the product. That's the way to get the most brains and the most users for the least money. You want to skip convincing educators and parents about this stuff and just go straight for the kids. Yeah, I think I don't have to say anything about that one. Also, as this is going for the microtransactions thingy, I know that Activision Blizzard wasn't the first to do microtransactions. That, funny enough, was Microsoft with the game Rise, Son of Rome. Activision Blizzard, however, popularized it with Overwatch and made it worse. Imagine you are looking at a door in a video game. It has some squiggly symbols printed on it. Little munchkins walk up to that door and say konnichiwa. The door opens and they are greeted by a hot princess with big tits and a thong. The door closes in your face. You are going to fucking learn to read and pronounce kanji. Yeah. Unleash that on 5th grade boys, and the next thing you know, you'll have an entire generation of bilingual kids speaking Japanese to each other behind the backs of their parents and teachers. Again, there it is. They feel they're in a safe space, which they are. Well, they were. And they still have to be held accountable for this in multiple instances. Edutainment is for pussies. It doesn't work. Once kids catch up that you are trying to teach them something, they shut down. We have to keep the boobs and guns and profit. You see how much money video games are making these days? Fuck educational reform. We need educational subversion. Pablos. And then again, this is justice.gov. This is the official website. Also, education is for pussies, but his great idea is edutainment. They can't think of new things. They take something that is already there and just change it. Again, this is again and again and again. Tolkien said it. Evil can't create new things. Evil can just take something that is already there and make it worse. And this is it again. Then we have this one here. From Pablos, sent to Jeffrey, subject, to President of Call of Duty Activision. I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. You gotta love how his example for real-world rewards is virtual items in games. By Bobby Kotick. X prize is a good idea, but key is real-world rewards. Learn to read. Learn to read, but you can't write. What is this? Equals cell phone minutes, iPhone credits, virtual items in games. Yeah. You can see how all of these companies are in cahoots with each other and how they worked together to make this even worse. I have to call my mom and dad later and tell them that I love them. This is not even everything that I found. This is just some of the things that I feel comfortable with sharing, because there were other things as well. that were just horrendous. And yeah, let us end it right here. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. While you're here, please... Oh God, I'm done, man. I'm done. Do please all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, whatever you have to do. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. Later, we will play Prince of Persia, The Original Sense of Time. I will see you later. Have a great day. Stay fantastic. Please drink something. Call your parents. Tell them you love them, because that's what I'm going to do now. And yeah, bye. Bye-bye.